after. We are thrilled that you have come back to our Hey Disney Top 10 series, where we count down our top 10 Happily Adventures After picks for each thing, whether it be at Walt Disney World, maybe Disneyland, Disney Cruise in the future. Who knows? There are so many different Disney adventures out there. Well, this week we are excited to embark on a top 10 Animal Kingdom. So, without further ado, let's get into Disney's Animal Kingdom. Disney's Animal Kingdom is Walt Disney World's fourth, and actually it's the most expansive park, just as a smidge bit of background here for you. Since its grand opening on Earth Day, which was April 22nd, 1998, Animal Kingdom has provided guests with an immersive experience that combines the magic of Disney with the beauty, awe, and wonder of the world around you in its natural form. From thrilling attractions to breathtaking animal encounters, this park is an absolute testament to Disney's commitment to conservation and storytelling. This park marked a bold departure from Disney's traditional theme park formula, including a mix more of education and entertainment, known as edutainment. Disney was determined that Animal Kingdom would be captivating for all ages. Continuing with our background here, at 580 acres, Disney's Animal Kingdom is not just the largest theme park in the world, it's also a haven for over 1,700 animals across 250 species. Whether you're exploring the African savanna on Kilimanjaro safaris or trekking through Pandora, the world of Avatar, there's something truly magical for everyone. And here's a little fun fact for you. One of the planned lands for Animal Kingdom was the mythical Beastly Kingdom, which unfortunately was cut due to budget overturns. And let me say, you can still actually see them, all the mythical creatures, within the Animal Kingdom's logo. That's why you see a dragon in it. That was the original turning point for Beastly Kingdom. But the Imagineers who were behind the Beastly Kingdom did not let their creativity go to waste. No. They took their talents over to Universal Studios Orlando, where they added a little bit of friendly competition to the Orlando theme park scene. With that lovely and wonderful information as background on Animal Kingdom, let's take you on a journey through the wilds of Animal Kingdom into our latest Hey Disney Top 10. So, in no particular order. As I said, Peter Pan would say himself, here we go! Our first up is the Maharaja Jungle Trek over in Asia in Disney's Animal Kingdom. Maharaja Jungle Trek is a beautiful walking trail that is tucked into the quiet areas of Asia as you embark on an adventure through a lush landscape of the royal rainforest. This is where ancient palaces and cascading waterfalls transport you into a world frozen in time. Cross-towering footbridges, wandering through dense jungle paths, and marvel at the beauty of the tropical paradise. As you explore this trail, you'll find yourself surrounded by sights and sounds of nature, including a vibrant array of aviary birds with over 50 species soaring freely above you. Along the way, you might encounter a graceful tiger, an agile gibbon, an Eld's deer, or a mysterious kimono dragon. So with that, I want to tell you why I love this. So I love that this is a quiet, family-friendly, seriously, the entire family can enjoy this. We can go back. There's no height restrictions, no requirements, just a lovely walk-through experience. My family and I have enjoyed seeing the variety of animals while on this walking trail. And I want to caveat, this is minus the birds because I am oh so afraid and dislike birds immensely. I think I discussed this in the Hey Disney Top 10 Hollywood Studios edition. But I'm afraid of birds because my aunt, when I was 2, took me to a bird sanctuary and they scared the living daylights out of me. So now I just don't like birds, especially when they fly over me. So I love this, minus the birds. And isn't that what this is about too, with all of the species of birds? Mind you, I do love people watching the animals. I guess it would be animal watching, but I like people watching and I like animal watching at the same time. This is a wonderful area where you can take a step away from the hustle of the park and enjoy the beauty and the knowledge of the variety of animals who are living here. There are also really excellent cast members who are able to provide you and your family great knowledge and understanding of each species that is present because they're wonderfully educated. They can give you more information and really get you involved in that process of learning. I think it's a really wonderful thing to do. Second on our list is Kilimanjaro safaris. This is what Animal Kingdom, I swear, is known for. So, as you embark on a thrilling adventure through the Harambe Wildlife Reserve, there are 34 species roaming across 110 acres in a diverse landscape, from open plains to shady forests to rocky wetlands. On the Kilimanjaro safaris, your expert tour guide, the one who drives you through a rugged safari, and your safari vehicles are pointing out incredible animals like sunbathing lions, gentle giraffes, or hippos who are just still in their ponds. This 18-minute expedition offers a unique and unforgettable animal encounter with rhinoceroses, elephants, cheetahs, and so many more. Every safari ride is different, so you can keep your camera ready, be seated at all times, and be ready to ride it again and again, because you never know what wildlife will cross your path. The cast members, who are your tour guides, also provide you with excellent animal facts, as well as your safari vehicle has a wonderful animal spotting guide that you can sit and learn about those animals on that safari. As you venture into this amazing experience, you will make sure that those animals feel right there with you. So my family and I love this. Like I said, no two safari ride is ever the same, and this attraction is exceptional for that reason alone. I love animals, I really do, and I love to sit and learn about each animal that we cross paths. I especially love seeing the lions. Lions are one of my favorite animals. I love lions. And I find that using, like I said, that spotting guide is really interesting to then take and see the animals that are on the wildlife reserve. And then you're like, okay, oh, I see it over here. And you see so many different families using that and using the cast members' knowledge to then go forth and enhance their experience. If you just want to sit and listen and learn about everything and take in the sights, you can do that too. As I said, the Safari Guide cast members are always exceptional. They're telling you about each animal encounter, and they slow down to see different sights and animals that are there. And I think it's really nice, and it's a really great way to have the entire experience feel like it's designed to be the real thing. And truth be told, it accomplishes every goal of mine to meet an animal and go on a safari very nicely. I love it, and I have to say that you also should do it in the rain, or when it's like not inclement weather, but in the rain or during the early part of the day, like when it first opens, or at the end of the day. Why? Because the animals are very active when it rains. They're very active when they come out in the morning and when they go to sleep at night, just because it's a little bit cooler. Also, if you start to know the background about Disney, you're able to understand that each habitat for the animal is distinctly designed for that animal, as well as the barriers that keep the animal in their encounter, and enclosure is not the right word, but in their designated area is really well done, and so that the guests are never actually able to see these barriers, rather that it looks like it's mixed in. And that's truly Disney's way of doing things, and making sure that what you see on stage, there might be barriers there for those animals, but you would never know. For instance, there's a giant moat around the lions. You think you are up close with the lions. You get very close to their habitat. They look like they could just come and join you, but there's a giant moat that you can't see, that they could not, if they jumped in, they could not get out. So really cool. Also, the rock that looks like Pride Rock is also air conditioned, and they use that to draw the animals to the air conditioning so you can see it, which I think is super cool. So a little bit of Imagineering in there also, but this is an exceptional experience, one you should not miss if you're in Animal Kingdom. Third on our list is, this is a weird one, but the guest relations at Animal Kingdom's front entrance when you go inside the park. As some background, Disney's guest relations is committed to ensuring your vacation is seamless and as enjoyable as possible, and the guest relations services offer a variety of essentials with a touch of Disney magic. Each park has a guest relations, and you can find things like guide maps there in various languages such as English, Spanish, French, Portuguese, German, and Japanese. They also are the go-to spot for accessibility information, for guest assistance, if you need help with dining reservations, a lost and found service, helping with separated guests, because also remember, if you get separated from your kids, Disney is excellent at assisting you, but also The children are never lost. The parents are. That's Disney's way of making kids comfortable, which I think is sweet. And they also can provide different things such as ticket upgrades and so much more, as well as customer complaints or customer, praises as well at the same time. All of this is aimed to make your Disney experience the best it can be. I have to say, this location we have stopped in more often than not for some reason, but this location goes out of their way the best they possibly can, and we've only had great experiences here. Over, I would say, 10 times in our duration of going to Walt Disney World, which we go quite a few times a year, and we have for the last nearly 15 years. And I did when I was little. However, I don't remember any of those. I would say that this guest relations has provided the most prompt service, the best way to get rid of your problem and providing a really positive solution, as well as exemplified all of the Disney leadership qualities and excellences in customer service that Disney stands for. We've also seen instances where the cast members here go out of their way to assist other guests, making sure they were better when they're exiting the park than they were when they came into the park. I cannot tell you why this exact location has the best customer service, diligence, and leadership, but it most certainly is an excellent place if you need something, have a customer complaint, and again, they will provide you with a solution, and or have lost something or need assistance with your ticket. Again, they're very prompt, very wonderful, and they can get it done for you. Not saying that the other guest relations aren't good at this or we haven't had good experiences. We just have really found that this one does a really great job at this. And I can give you a story as well here. So our last trip to Walt Disney World, we were in Animal Kingdom, and we were over in Dinoland, USA. I had taken note of this little notebook, and it said the little girl's name on it. It was sparkly, and I noted it because I thought it was really cute. Reminded me of something I would have had when I was younger, minus having my name on it, because I could never get anything with my name on it. And I thought to myself, I would have liked that. We proceeded to go on our way. Life was good. So then, we ended up going into the guest relations here due to, we just needed to ask for assistance with a cast member here. And at the same time, when we were waiting in line, we had a mom who was very frantic looking for her daughter's autograph book. As she proceeded to describe the autograph book to the cast member, who was going to then put in a lost and found call, I stepped in and I said, "Hey, I don't mean to be rude or don't mean to eavesdrop, but the way you're describing it and the name you said, I saw it. And I saw it and I took note because I really liked it." The guest relations cast member then quickly said, "Okay, where did you see it? What was it?" Proceeded telling them where I saw it, what time it was. It had only been a couple hours, so on and so forth. They immediately went, they located that item, and they brought it back to the mom instantly. So sometimes you have to wait, which I got Magic Kingdom. You lose your phone on a ride. We have to wait till that ride shuts down. But just the slower pace of Animal Kingdom, I think, allows something like that to happen. Whereas just over in Dinoland, no big deal. We went and got it. And to me, that really exemplifies that. And when I was with Tron in the Week in the World series from the April 2024 Magic Kingdom story, how they fixed our Tron, not virtual queue, my apologies, individual attraction selection at the time, now it's Lightning Lane Single Pass, due to inclement weather. They were awesome. Wasn't an issue, just bing bang boom, here you go, of course. This one, again, goes above and beyond, and we really like this one. Number 4 on our list is the Tusker House Restaurant Breakfast. We here at Happily Adventures After love a good Disney character breakfast, specifically buffet, mainly for the Mickey waffles and the Mickey waffles alone. There's always great service, wonderful character interactions, but the Mickey waffles are supreme. Also the donut holes, because I'm pretty 100% they're Krispy Kreme. That total side note, but it's great. At Tusker House, honestly, is no different, except it excels above so many. At Tusker House, you can experience a vibrant dining adventure in the lively Harambe marketplace. And so this provides an eatery for the perfect family buffet. Start your day with a delicious breakfast buffet, which offers a variety of offerings from both traditional fare as well as African fare, which is really fun. Starting at $47 per adult, $30 per child plus taxes and gratuities that are not included here in that price, as well as discounts. And now this is at the time of writing, so this is in fall 2024. Those prices can increase maybe at a different time than you're listening, but this provides a really great alternative to something like Chef Mickey's, for instance, especially if you want to get into Animal Kingdom early. They have a huge selection of pastries such as the classic zebra coffee cake, multigrain croissants, maybe a chocolate twist Danish, as well as those amazing breakfast classics, the reason we all go, Mickey waffles, as well as things like overnight oats, fruit salad. They also have a ginger syrup. There's so many really neat offerings here that are a great, like I said, mix of African-inspired dishes and classic favorites. As you dine, make sure you get your photo with the beloved characters that are here, which are Donald Duck, Goofy, and Mickey Mouse, and they're all dressed in their safari gear, which makes it 10 times better. They are ready to celebrate their latest expedition, so you should be too. Every meal is wild and an absolute memorable one at Tusker House Restaurant. I have to say, I've only had exceptional service. I think I keep saying I have to say so much because it's true. I really have had great service and great meals here at Tusker House. It's been a go-to when we want to rope drop Animal Kingdom. So since Animal Kingdom is usually the earliest to open, usually around 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, you can actually get a breakfast reservation before the park opens. We've done this, especially on the days when early entry way back was not at Animal Kingdom. So when they used to open the park at 7 a.m. for resort guests, that hour before the entry, we would get, let's say those were on Mondays and Wednesdays, we would go and ensure Animal Kingdom Day was on a day that wasn't being offered. That was back when it was only at select resorts on select days. And we would get the breakfast reservation for either 7 or 7:30 that allow us to quickly eat and finish our breakfast and rope drop those e-ticket attractions such as Avatar's Flight of Passage. We got on it before in the line and in Pandora before the crowds. It was a really great addition to a really fun breakfast. I have to say it's a really fun, I gotta stop saying that, oh my word. It's a really fun restaurant that we can eat at. The atmosphere is wonderful and it creates a really wonderful opportunity for you to be able to see Mickey, all of his friends, and their really cute safari gear, which is a really creative touch and matches the theming oh so nicely. In retrospect, it is also one of the cheaper, I say that very loosely, character meals. So if you want to do something like that, I think it is a great option. And that, of course, is why it makes our top 10. Number 5 on our list is the holiday offerings here at Animal Kingdom. It's no surprise. I've said this, I think, in every single top 10. I love Christmas. I absolutely adore the holidays, especially Christmas. So I'm going to continue to mention it. So I apologize. I'll figure out how to bring it up in one place or another. But during the holiday season, Disney's Animal Kingdom transforms into an absolute festive wonderland, celebrating Christmas and Diwali, something that is very unique to this park. No other park does this. Each section of the park is uniquely adorned with their own decorations, offering a diverse and immersive holiday experience. A towering Christmas tree greets you from outside the park, which sets the tone for magic because Christmas trees, they make everything better, especially when they're decked to the nines. Discovery Island is shining with lanterns and garlands, while Dinoland USA is decked out in colorful Christmas lights, Christmas trees, and even a snowman. How does that work in Florida? Can somebody tell me? How does snow last? Asia features lanterns, as well as Africa showcases the creative, upcycled holiday decorations like wreaths made from bicycle wheels and bottle caps. Pandora, they take this one on their own. They have their own little small but charming Christmas decoration and touches at Pongo Pongo. Be sure to check this one out. I love the festivals, and I think that the Merry Menagerie, which is one of the life-size animal puppets that roam around Discovery Island that engage with guests, is the best part. So, as they are accompanied by live music, the Merry Menagerie interactions are a must-see and a must-do, featuring creatures such as polar bears and penguins. I love how these cute little puppets walk around, and the character actors do an incredible job at making them come to life. I love being treated to walking into Animal Kingdom once you get past the front little oasis entrance during the holidays, as when a little polar bear or I think it's a snow pup come up and greet you like, hey, Merry Christmas. They don't say anything, but they're there and they look like they're wagging their tail or they're very excited because it's the holidays. It just puts you in the best mood. Can't help but put a smile on your face. And I love watching the other guests interact with them because, especially little kids, it just brightens their mood. And the parents are watching their kids with smiles on their faces. And oh, it's so wonderful. This, while it complements the decorations oh so well, it gets even more spectacular as night falls. Because the Tree of Life Awakening projection show, it actually dazzled with holiday-themed segments, which creates a wonderfully enchanting end of your day in Disney's Animal Kingdom. You know I love a good projection show, and if it has to do with Christmas, you know it's great. It adds a really great source of fun for your holiday, as well as non-traditional for Christmas, mixing in those different decorations, for instance, in the various parts of Animal Kingdom. I really enjoyed this one. Number 6 is sadly one that won't exist much longer, which is Dinoland USA and their backstory. Before I start, we're going to make it clear that D23 2024 announced that Dinoland will be coming Tropical Americas in the very near future. This sounds like a really great and exciting experience, and the addition to Disney's Animal Kingdom, I think this reimagination of the land will be spectacular. And I really do love the backstory. I love that they're bringing Kanto into the parks. However, I will always love the Dinoland USA backstory. I think it's really well themed and it's very underrated, as it doesn't get as much love because everybody thinks it's just like a weird dinosaur area. However, once you get the backstory, it's phenomenal. Very creative, very, very Disney. So Dinoland USA is Disney's Animal Kingdom's lively themed land decorated to dinosaurs and all prehistoric life. The story is that Dinoland USA began in 1947 when amateur fossil hunters stumbled upon these dinosaur bones that were in once what they realized was a small highway town. They gathered enough funds, and the hunter and some scientist friends purchased the site and turned it into a hub for research and discovery. This led to the founding of the Dino Institute, which transformed the area into a fossil discovery park. An old fishing lodge on property was repurposed to Restaurantosaurus, which offered a quirky quick-service dining experience. The scientists at the Dino Institute, in collaboration with the faculty called Chronotech, eventually discovered a time-traveling device, allowing them to offer a thrilling time-traveling tour, which is the attraction that we all know and are terrified of in our sleep, Dinosaur. Not wanting to miss out on the action, locals Chester and Hester realized that their gas station was a fossil-themed souvenir shop in the making, so they converted it and transformed the parking lot into an amusement park called Chester and Hester's Dinorama. This fun-filled area includes attractions like the extinct primeval whirl and Triceratops spin, along with classic Midway games, adding a playful touch to the Dinoland experience. Okay, now that you know the backstory, does this not make a lot more sense? I also love Disney's marketing and storytelling with this. Oh my word, it goes so deep and you would never really know the full extent of the backstory. You know it by walking around the land. However, you can see it, but once you start reading into it, it makes so much more sense. It is absolutely really well done. I think it's very overlooked for good reason. Like I said, it doesn't have a lot of attractions. It has a Carnival Midway game area that you have to pay additional for. So some people aren't really going to want to do that. Now that Primeval Whirl, thank heavens, is gone. That ride made me want to vomit. Oh my word. I used to ride it with my cousins when they were little. It made me want to throw up and made me so dizzy. I don't ever want to see that again. We go to Canada's Wonderland from time to time, for anybody who knows that. And there's a ride called The Fly. I'm sure there's a bunch of millions. There's also one I think like that at Cedar Point, when we've gone to Cedar Point in Sandusky, Ohio. Yeah, I don't ever want to ride a fly-like ride again. I am too old for that. But it really, the Primeval Whirl was a really great addition to this because it provided, again, a backstory that nobody really got. It translates into the land very well, that backstory does. And I think my family favorite is the Triceratops spin. Dinosaur, again, haunts you in your nightmares, but I love it. I'm terrified of it, but I love it. we have a lot of memories on dinosaur. So one of the memories that I actually have this memory. I was 3. We went to the opening of Disney's Animal Kingdom, I think right after it opened on Earth Day in 1998. I was tall enough to ride. I was a very tall kid, and I was tall enough to ride dinosaur. I was terrified the entire time. My parents didn't realize what it was, which no fault to them, and got on it. Oh, terrified. I cried. We had to pray the Lord's Prayer the entire time. That's a theme. We do that when we're scared, which is what you gotta do. I would not ride it, and then I rode it again, I think when I was like 22 maybe. It took me that long. I had to ride it with my ears plugged, because I can ride anything that's scary with my ears plugged, or watch a scary movie. I just can't hear the sound. Rode it, and it took me a very long time to unplug my ears, but I really wanted to ride it. Also, my younger cousin, she was boasting to us when she was about 14 that she was very brave and she did not need to hold anybody's hand. And her older sister, no, you can't hold my hand. You're older than me. You're fine. Yeah, lo and behold, we have the best ride photo of her, scrunched in between all of us, terrified. And it was very funny because she was so on her high horse that she was not going to be afraid, and then she was. And we comfort her. Let's be real. But it's just that juxtaposition right there. I also have to say I love the Boneyard Play Center, which plays Disney Channel movie songs for anybody who wants to go hang out around there for the time being. If you want to hear some good old Disney Channel tunes. The Boneyard is really fun. I remember sliding down those slides and digging up fossils as a kid. I will really miss this place, as well as the backstory. What I won't miss is Primeval World, because I can't. But I'm really excited to see what comes. But the backstory of Dinoland USA definitely makes my top 10. 7th on our Happily Adventures After Hey Disney top 10 Animal Kingdom list is the Tree of Life. As you may know, the Tree of Life stands as an iconic symbol of Disney's Animal Kingdom. It towers 145 feet tall in the heart of the park. This magnificent sculpture was inspired by a baobab tree, and it celebrates the diversity and beauty of the Earth's creatures, with over 300 animals intricately carved into the trunk and the roots. As you explore the picturesque Discovery Island trails, all situated around the Tree of Life, you discover these incredible carvings up close, and it's truly a hidden gem once you get into it. You see the tree, but you never see the incredible carvings in the minute places. There's also a little tribute to the famous mouse himself, Mickey Mouse. With over 8,000 branches and 102,000 artificial leaves, this tree was crafted in over 18 months, debuting with the park's opening on April 22nd, 1998. Also located in the Tree of Life, it houses a 428-seat theater in its base, which is where you can enjoy the film attraction It's Tough to Be a Bug, and this is based on Disney Pixar's A Bug's Life. Coming in 2025, as announced at D23 this past August in 2024, there will be a Zootopia show. So be sure to either check out the original It's Tough to Be a Bug or wait up for the Zootopia show, all situated, like I said, in that Tree of Life. For an even closer look at the tree, you can take a stroll through the Tree of Life Gardens, where you fully appreciate the intricate and incredible craftsmanship details that are truly in awe of the Circle of Life and the symbol that it represents. I think they did a phenomenal job at constructing this. I think it's also very cool how they were able to construct this. I think that it rivals, if not surpasses, Cinderella's Castle as a park icon in a good way. It's such a unique park icon, and I think it is a great way to be welcomed into the park. And it really stands on its own for Animal Kingdom and what Animal Kingdom is. I think that it sets the tone for the atmosphere that you're going to get in Animal Kingdom and provides a great visual reminder as you walk through the park and as you leave the park, because the Tree of Life is always at its center. You can really tell the exceptional work that the Imagineers put into this and will forever be known as a park icon. It is truly amazing and something you must see in person to see the details. You can spend hours just looking at all the details and the animals that they did. Phenomenal job. 8th on our list is the Wildlife Express and Rafiki's Planet Watch. The Wildlife Express train at Disney's Animal Kingdom is a charming, themed narrow gauge railway that takes guests on a scenic 1.2-mile journey between the Africa section of the park and Rafiki's Planet Watch. Since opening on Earth Day with the park on April 22nd, 1998, this train offers a unique way to explore Disney's Animal Kingdom. As you depart from the Harambe station in Africa, the train travels through the conservation station, which is in Rafiki's Planet Watch, and this is a 12-minute round-trip experience. It takes about 7 minutes to get to the conservation station. You're then able to get off, do whatever you want to do, and then about 5 minutes to return back to Harambe station. Along the way is the best part where you're able to catch a glimpse of the park's backstage areas, including the animals and their holding buildings such as rhinos or elephants, as well as even the train roundhouse. And Rafiki's Planet Watch is a really cool part of this, as it's not connected to Discovery Island, and guests are only able to access it through the Wildlife Express. Upon arrival from the Wildlife Express, visitors can first encounter the area where you can see the cotton top tamarins, and then moving forward, you're able to see the conservation station, which is the main attraction and a showcase of Disney's conservation efforts, and offers a behind-the-scenes look at the park's animal care facilities, including the veterinarian examination room where guests can interact with veterinarian staff. There's also a Learn to Draw class that is housed here and happens every so often, so I suggest you check the My Disney Experience app for these show times. Personally, I love the train. I think it's very fun, and I love the conservation station at Rafiki's Planet Watch. I think that the veterinarian experience is the coolest and is worth visiting on its own merit. The Wildlife Express allows guests to see that backstage area, and it lets you see baby animals who are not actually integrated into the park yet. For example, sometimes a baby rhino can sometimes be seen in the enclosures just a little bit off of the train, so you're able to get that little sneak peek, plus baby animals are absolutely adorable. The Wildlife Express in itself is very charming for the experience it provides. It's a very relaxed train ride, and the walking paths once you get there are very ideal and picturesque. I love the animation experience, though I can't draw. I'm a horrible drawer. However, it's really fun to be able to learn from some of the artists and animators that actually sometimes do Disney's animated films. They come and teach you. Getting to see some of the petting zoo areas. I believe it's called the affection section. I don't do it because I don't like petting zoos. They freak me out, but I think it's a really great experience. But to me, the veterinary experience is the coolest. Plus live surgeries. I love live surgeries. I'm a surgery nut. I know it's weird, but I really do like it. I always wanted to become a doctor, and then I decided not to because of the length and duration of school. Joke's on me. I actually went to university for 7 years, getting 3 degrees. So anyways, I could have been a doctor. So I really enjoy watching the surgeries, and I think it's really cool that these zoo shows sometimes were filmed there. The one for Animal Kingdom, I'm going to talk about that in a second. But some of those animals you can actually see that were in there. And the surgeries, you can see where it took place. Like, really cool. The edutainment is at its peak here, and I think it's really fun. But like I said, if you like animal shows or zoo shows, I highly suggest that you check out on Disney Plus The Secrets of the Zoo Tampa, as well as The Magic of Disney's Animal Kingdom. Both are really great, showing how they integrate them either in a zoo and integrate guests into the experience and taking them backstage. And the Disney one, the Animal Kingdom one itself, like I said, gets to show off those animals that are there. I really, really do love this experience, and I think that it's worthwhile to venture out here, and you should highly take a look. Coming in no particular order, number 9 on our list is Kali River Rapids. If you talk to or listen to anyone on a Disney blog or Disney podcast, they will discuss how much they dislike this ride or an attraction. However, I am one of the weird ones who really do love this attraction. I laugh hysterically every time I'm on it, and it brings back incredible memories. Like we said, time and time again, what Disney and Walt Disney World and Walt Disney really wanted his parks to be like. Kali River Rapids offers a thrilling rafting adventure. As you navigate fast-moving rapids, you'll skim past erupting geysers, drift under lush vegetation, and glide by gushing waterfalls. The excitement peaks with a dynamic 20-foot drop that ensures you leaving soaked. Be prepared to get wet and probably drenched on this attraction. To stay dry, maybe bring a poncho, extra clothes, a towel, rain jacket. I don't care what you bring. You're gonna get soaked. Lockers are available at the ride's entrance if you need to store anything that needs to stay dry. However, this very exciting, very wet attraction in the Asia area of Disney's Animal Kingdoms isn't just about a thrill, it provides some sort of a message of conservation, highlighting the impact of illegal logging and habitat destruction. Okay, we've had some really great memories, and this may skew why I'm saying I really enjoy this and it makes the top 10 at Animal Kingdom. We've had some really funny memories associated with it. So my first one I'm going to share with you is something I can vividly remember riding. It was August 2007. High School Musical 2 had just come out and was on the scene. I was in Orlando, Florida, best yet Disney World, right after. The hustle and bustle of High School Musical taking over the scene and Phineas and Ferb coming on after was all I could think about. What better place to think about this than to be surrounded by other High School Musical 2 fans? We were in Walt Disney World. Somehow, a 12-year-old London was ready to take on this and Expedition Everest, Legend of the Forbidden Mountain. Again, spoiler alert, I was terrified, and I've only ridden Expedition Everest a few times after that, but I haven't ridden it since 2019, and I don't think I will do it again. This is, again, a side note. I think Expedition Everest is incredibly well themed. The queue is phenomenal, so I really do like walking through it. I just, no. But I thought, at 12 years old, I thought I was brave enough to ride Kali River Rapids because it seemed tame. And if I could do Expedition Everest, I could do this. Well, we were standing in line for the attraction, and it was myself, my mom, and my dad. Again, my dad doesn't come to Walt Disney World with us often, but this was one of those moments that he even laughs so much about. We saw a sign that says, "You will get wet, you may get soaked." My mom and I thought, yeah, okay, if you walk through the queue, it's kind of, you think that sign is integrated into it and is actually part of the storytelling. Nope. That was Disney warning us. We laughed. We're like, yeah, we're going to get soaked. No. We got drenched. Absolutely drenched. Soaked through for the rest of the day. Luckily, it was August. We dried off very quickly, but I will always remember that. Another time, I was on it with my cousins and my mom. We all bought Target ponchos. The night before, we went out, we picked up some ponchos, and my youngest cousin, said that she wanted a poncho with Minnie Mouse on it. This is particular to the story. The rest of us bought normal ponchos that were at the front. They were cheap, it was great, we could put them in our bags. My cousin, no. She was like, I want the Minnie Mouse one. Well, little did we know that her Minnie Mouse poncho would actually be her lifesaver. We got drenched as we went over any water thing, whether it was squirting at us, coming out from the bottom, like they said, those geysers, whether you were going down the waterfall. No, we got soaked, and my cousin didn't, wearing her beautiful Minnie Mouse poncho. One of ours got ripped right at the base of the neck where the hood meets, so anytime water would go shoot up, it went straight down. The rest of us was technically dry, but your back got soaked. Another one of us ripped right down the sides and the center. Oh yeah, we were drenched again to the bone. The Minnie Mouse poncho saved the day, and she was dry as can be. And I didn't let us live it down. Again, another great story is that my mom, my husband, and I rode this 2 times in a row because a cast member, it wasn't busy at all. The cast member looked at us and goes, "Hey, you want to go again?" We went, "Yeah." And we didn't unload, we didn't do anything. We just went on it again. The cast member made really great magic for us, and we had a really wonderful time. So I think that if you put aside the original story, it's been tamed down a bit, and what everybody says is a lackluster ride, and you put it with the jokes and the fun you will have with your family, this ride will easily become you or your family's favorite. I have so many funny memories riding it each time, and we haven't ridden it in a while. However, I'd really like to do it. I'm not one to get wet in clothes. Like, I don't like the feeling of being wet in terms of like getting drenched in rain or getting drenched in water. Hence why I always have a poncho, especially with shoes and socks on. I don't do well in the Florida rainstorms. But I really do like this ride, and I'm willing to wear a poncho and get drenched like that for this ride, for sure. And last but certainly not least, on our Hey Disney top 10 Animal Kingdom is Andapur Ice Cream Truck. I love soft serve ice cream, as does most of my family. So where do you go to find it in Animal Kingdom? You go to Andapur Ice Cream Truck. Located in Asia on your way towards Expedition Everest, Legend of the Forbidden Mountain. Now this is if you're coming from Africa. You can take a break from your adventure and stop by. Get a great soft serve ice cream. This colorful food truck offers a variety of soft serve waffle cones and frosty floats, which is a perfect way to cool off in a warm day. You can also grab some of your favorite fountain drinks and satisfy that sweet tooth that you may have on your adventures. It's really a generic soft serve where you ice cream truck where you can choose from classic flavors such as vanilla, chocolate. You can also get a vanilla chocolate twist. Currently retails for $5.79 plus tax. Again, this is in 2024. Don't know what the price is when you're actually listening, so please, if you're planning, look that up. You might want to indulge in something really fun like the Yeti Sundae, which features, now this is, again, right now, I don't know if they'll have it, maybe when you're there, where the Yeti Sundae features chocolate soft serve with vanilla soft serve, a blue cookie crumbles, a sweet snowflake, and a chocolate Yeti image. And stuff like that. You can get a float, you can get, like I said, fountain beverage, bottles, water, and so much more. This place holds a special spot in my heart. I don't know why, but my mom and I tend to grab a soft serve. For me, it's vanilla. My mom, it's the swirl. A bottle of water for us each. And I know you can get ice water in the parks for free. I know it's Dasani. Everybody gets up in arms. I bring them in my backpack, but sometimes you just need a cold iced water with a little bit of salt in it, just because you're walking around and it's so warm. We also like to take these treats over to Expedition Everest and People Watch. Like I said, I haven't ridden Expedition Everest in years, but I love, as a tradition lately, to head over just right by the park's entrance and exit and watch people come in and out of the Forbidden Mountain. It's a great way to collect yourself. It's fun to just watch other people either excited, coming to see the family that didn't ride it, and their kids are like, that was so much fun, let's do it again, and telling them about it. You can watch the people come down the mountain. It's just a really nice time. I highly recommend, if you just want a nice little soft serve here and just to enjoy the atmosphere in and around Expedition Everest, please come take a visit. And as a side note, if you want to get out of a rainstorm for instance, this is not the place, because there's no indoor dining and you're just basically sitting outside or grabbing and going. So just as an FYI, it's all outdoors. If it's a rainstorm and you want ice cream, you're still going to get wet. But most certainly had to make our top 10 list. And as you know by now, I can't really make it out of here without a bonus or an honorable mention, but Festival of the Lion King is something that I have to bring up because I really do love. The live entertainment here is phenomenal. The show sets, the actors, the dancers, and the performance with the musicians, phenomenal. It is something that I don't do every time, but I really do think you should see it. And like I said, that live entertainment, spectacular. They do a really great job of retelling The Lion King. I'm biased because I love The Lion King. It's one of my favorite movies, and I love lions in general. However, I think they do a really excellent job of executing the story, and I really do think that the performance itself and the crowd integration into it, great job. I will have to say that it is a little hot and stuffy. You can't help it. It is Florida. It is humid in the theater, which does bring down the experience for me. It triggers for me that feeling, triggers a migraine, and so I can't enjoy it as much. And sometimes my mom says she feels like it gets so stuffy that it's hard to breathe. My husband has had no problems with it. So it's personal. For sure, it's a personal thing. But putting those aside, the Festival of the Lion King show is great. I highly suggest you check it out at least once because it is excellent. And again, my dad, who doesn't go to Disney often, he really likes it too. He thinks it's a really well done show. I would highly suggest you check it out. So that's why it's a bonus honorable mention, because hey, live entertainment's important and it matters. Well, that about wraps it up for the Hey Disney Top 10 Animal Kingdom. As we know through Walt Disney's original vision, he really wanted to dedicate part of a park, which translated, it was actually originally Jungle Cruise. For anybody who doesn't know, Jungle Cruise was supposed to actually have live animals in it. However, that got vetoed because you can't have that many live animals in such a small area. So they took his original vision and translated it into something even bigger, something better, a park dedicated to animals and conservation, which is Disney's Animal Kingdom. So this foundation that was originally relayed in the Jungle Cruise and things like that for Disney's Animal Kingdom, this concept and idea really created a place where magic of nature meets the wonder of Disney storytelling. The unique blend of thrilling attractions, the incredible live performances, like I talked about with Festival and Lion King, and some of just the streetmosphere kind of performances, as well as breathtaking landscapes. Animal Kingdom is sure to offer you an experience like no other. It celebrates the beauty and diverseness of our planet and brings you just that much closer through Disney magic. Well, these are our Happily Adventure top 10 for Animal Kingdom. What do you think about our list? What are your top 10s? Leave a comment here or find us on Instagram at Happily Adventures After. And again, leave a comment there. We'd love to know if you agree with ours, if you have anything you would take off, add. Don't forget to do that. We have a corresponding blog post to this, so you can leave a little bit more knowledge there or get some. We just are so happy to see you. We cannot wait to see you real soon on Happily Adventures After, whether it be here on this podcast, Hey Disney Top 10, or in our trip recaps. I hope you have a terrific and blessed day. I'll see you later. Bye.